the ultimate puzzle match returns. Two legendary puzzle games reunite in Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. The latest entry includes all of the modes from the original game, including the popular Versus mode that lets you play Puyo Puyo against Tetris, the playful party mode with special items and challenges, and more. The all-new Skill Battle mode introduces skills and strategies that can quickly turn the tide of battle. Journey deeper into the worlds of Puyo Puyo and Tetris in Adventure mode, starring a vibrant cast and a brand new story. An expanded online mode is available, where up to 4 players can compete against each other in worldwide battles. And there's a lot more to reveal. Get ready for a puzzle challenge like no other. Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 drops onto Nintendo Switch December 8th.
It's happening. It's actually
Dave Ping 243.
Hello guys, Dave Ping 243 here, and I would like to say something regarding this video. As of when I'm making the script, the trailers only dropped yesterday, August 26th. We all know what I'm going to talk about here today. This video was inevitable. I'm here to talk about the absolute bombshell that was dropped on the entire Puyo Puyo community. No one ever expected there to be a sequel to one of the very few Puyo Puyo games that was localized for the West. Puyo Puyo Tetris 2! None of us would ever think it would ever happen. Even if some of us in the community were really clamoring for this. This is because of the affiliation of the Tetris Company complicating things. I figured that the Tetris Company would think it ought to be too much trouble for them to team up with Sonic Team again for development. Apparently though, I was wrong, because this game is now a thing. Guys, out of everything I've seen this year, this is the hypest shit I've seen all year. All because I am a loyal Puyo Puyo fan. Before the announcement, there wasn't really any particular game from Nintendo, Sony, or Sega that I really wanted to get. Pile on the fact that 2020 has been a shit year for living with COVID-19, I wasn't exactly excited for any new games to the extent that I wanted to play them for myself. There was a few that piqued my interest, but they were more or less games that I would rather watch other people play. Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 on the other hand? Ha! That's the one saving grace when it comes to this year for me. According to its release date, it's coming out for the West on December 8th. This is 2 days before Japan gets a hold of the game. What? How are we getting this game first? Puyo Puyo is still more popular in Japan, and yeah, it's weird. How are we getting it before Japan? I understand the growing Western audience, but this is just insane. There has never been a Puyo Puyo game before where it wasn't released for Japan first. Furthermore, it's us getting the game first, which I find to be so baffling, but yet so good. Because of the trailers only dropping since yesterday, very little new is currently known as of now. We saw one new character, but we don't know anything about he or her, whatever, that could be considered confirmed. Now, everything that I'm about to say here next is just speculation. I don't have any hard evidence for this. But anyway, I think that this new character is going to be the or one of the antagonists of Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. Some people have theorized that this character might be a space pirate of sorts. Like, okay, that sounds plausible considering the dark clothing. However, as for what kind of conflict they will cause for the main characters to deal with, I have no idea. The trailers that were shown were more like teasers than anything else. Which that leads me into the early game development footage of the game. You could tell that things seemed to be unfinished. For instance, voice clips didn't play when the characters set off their chains. Amty's cutscene portrait is the exact same from the original game. T's portrait looks, well, off. And so, this leads me to believe that Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 is still in its alpha stage of development. maybe like mid to late alpha, that depends. Besides that though, I noticed that normal versus swap, Big Bang, and party all make their comeback in this game as playable modes. As for fusion though, I don't know for sure, that wasn't shown off. Instead we have this new mode that isn't really new per se, it's called Skill Battle, and I'm thinking that they just took this from Puyo Puyo Chronicle. Honestly, I liked fusion in the original game. I don't really care what a lot of people think of it. I don't think it was a complete mess, and it had a fast-paced nature to it once you knew what to do. I'm probably going to get quite a bit of flack for saying that, though. The new animations in Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 look awesome. I already thought that the original game was the best looking game in the entire series, and these animations just blow the old ones out of the fucking water. Like, Jesus Christ, man, look at these. The only real aesthetic change that I don't like regarding Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 is Ringo's design. Come on, man! This was the perfect opportunity to reuse Ringo's design from the original game. I didn't want to see her 20th anniversary design again! For those of you who don't know, I am not a fan of Ringo's 20th anniversary design. I don't know, that yellow vest just does not suit her. And her look in Puyo Puyo Tetris is spot on in my opinion. It was good. Why did you guys opt to use her 20th look? Hell, you could have even reused her original design from 7, revamped. Viewers, comment down below what your favorite design of Ringo is. Whether it's her look in 7, 20th, or the Puyo Puyo Tetris look. I'm sure that I've started a huge ass flame war by going on about this tangent. Outside of that and the unfinished bits of visuals, the game still looks very promising. As for whether or not Puyo and Tetris are going to be more balanced, that has yet to be seen. But I'm still expecting this game to be great with a fun narrative and all that jazz. Now, I just have one last thing to say before I end this video. If X is not in this game, I will be so disappointed. Not only was X my favorite new character from the original game, but he also became my absolute favorite Puyo Puyo character. This is all due in part to his actual character development within Acts 7 and 10. If he is going to be in the game, have Matthew Mercer voice the character once more. He was the perfect English voice for him. And on top of that, good old Matt is my favorite voice actor in the industry. Puyo Puyo Tetris 2's story better be a step in the right direction as well. From what I've heard from many other fans, Puyo Chronicle's story was not very good and left a lot to be desired. I hope that Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 is another good example of Puyo Puyo storytelling, where the plot is fun, and the character interactions are great. But guys, that's going to do it for me. When I do get a hold of Puyo Puyo Tetris 2, I'm immediately let's playing this fucking game. It's going to be a grand old time, I'm sure of it. I hope you guys have enjoyed me where I rambled on about this, and I'll see you guys some other time. Take care.